he gets back. And we have some dignitaries on the line with us this morning. And it's a very, very astute, I would say, I guess that's the word I could use, topic that we're talking about. That became headlined with the Michael J. Fox and Muhammad Ali that had this. It is the Parkinson's disease, and we're talking with, I'm just going to go with your first names. I'll let you introduce your last names because I will destroy them, literally. For the Parkinson's Foundation, good morning, everyone. Are you there? Hello, talk to me. I can hear you breathing. Hello? Hello, are you there? Well, I know he's there because I can see it's lit, but is this John? Are you there, John? Hello, John? John, are you there? Talk to me.
I'm here.
There you go. Can you hear me now, John? John, can you hear me? All right, we'll go with this one. You can still hear me, right, John?
I can, yes.
All right, okay. For some reason, the other click is not working, but we got you covered. Welcome. Good morning.
Perfect.
So, how do you pronounce your last name, please?
My last name is Lear.
Lear, okay. I would have never gotten close to that. It's when there's short words, I mess them up. So I figured, let the man say it himself. Good morning. You are the CEO of the foundation, of the Parkinson's Foundation here.
That's correct.
And it says here that it was launched in 2019. And instead of me just reading it off like a commercial, I'm going to let you roll with it because you are the expert on it and you're way above my pay grade. And just tell us about it. Let's roll with that. How's that, John?
That sounds great. So I'm here with my colleague Liz Brouard, and we are here to talk about Parkinson's Foundation and Parkinson's Awareness Month, and specifically our newly diagnosed initiative. So the Parkinson's Foundation is a national organization that helps people who are living with and affected by Parkinson's here in the United States and beyond. We have a number of different programs that are geared to improving people's care and healthcare outcomes. We also fund a lot of research in Parkinson's. And recently we've launched our newly diagnosed initiative, which is designed to help people who are concerned about a diagnosis or have just received a diagnosis of Parkinson's to take very concrete action steps to live well with this disease. There are 1 million Americans who live with Parkinson's, and 60,000 individuals are newly diagnosed each year. And really what we're trying to tell people is there are 5 clear things you can do right up front to make sure that you're on the right course for the best journey possible in terms of Parkinson's. And maybe I'll let Liz talk a little bit about the specifics of our newly diagnosed initiative.
Thank you, John. The kit for the newly diagnosed from the Parkinson's Foundation is designed to make sure that we have the information that we need now at the time of our diagnosis and where to turn for more information in the future. As a person who was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease in 2018 at the age of 46, it was a completely unexpected diagnosis and part of my life that I didn't even see coming. So when you're handed this diagnosis, it feels like the rug is being ripped out from under your feet and you don't know where to turn. And unfortunately, what the Parkinson's Foundation found is that more than 50% of the people that are newly diagnosed with Parkinson's disease aren't given any information about what to do or where to turn from their doctor. And that's unfortunate, and it makes it even harder to know what to do. So the kit is really there for us to be able to figure out what are some very basic things that we can do to live well with Parkinson's disease. So determine what your goals are for what it means to live with Parkinson's and live well with the disease. Find a Parkinson's expert, a neurologist called a movement disorder specialist. Build a community to talk to and get the support that you need. I started a support group for women living with Parkinson's disease. Create healthy habits through nutrition, sleep, and stress reduction, and then also be physically active. One of the key components to managing Parkinson's disease and its many symptoms is to be able to exercise.
Wow. That's why I turn it over to you people, because you could just rattle it right on. And I was reading while you were talking, and you're living it, Liz. You're living it right now. You were diagnosed in
I am.
2019, 2018. You were diagnosed, am I correct?
Yes, I was diagnosed in 2018 when I was 46 years old, so I'm on the younger end of people diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. And many people like myself, when we're younger, our symptoms are often very non-traditional. So a lot of people hear Parkinson's and they think an older gentleman with a tremor. So for a younger woman seeking treatment for a stiff arm, many people weren't thinking Parkinson's. So it took several years, actually, of my going to doctors for problem with my foot, problem with my arm, and nobody was putting it together. So even though the doctor didn't give me any information about Parkinson's disease, she finally put the pieces together for me. But then I was able to use information that I got from the Parkinson's Foundation to build a care team for myself to make it really possible to live with Parkinson's. I'm still working. I'm still a mother. All of these things are still important parts of my life.
That's a big thing. Now, you had mentioned a newly diagnosed kit, including a guide, and it says with the 5 steps to live better today with Parkinson's disease. How did you connect that, or did you help put that together?
I didn't help put it together, but the Parkinson's Foundation found that nearly 50% of people diagnosed with Parkinson's get no information from their doctor. So they built this valuable resource that's available for free on their website, parkinson.org, that people can just order and get the information. So the kit contains a pamphlet on 5 steps to living better with Parkinson's, and it includes a sheet with questions that you can ask your doctor at your next appointment, and links to things like peer support communities online, podcasts, and digital resources, anything that you might want to know about being newly diagnosed.
One thing I'll say, that is one of the easier websites to find, parkinsons.org. That's it. No all this fancy slashes and everything.
That's right.
So you get to it quickly. Is everything done via the website, or is there a phone number they can call also to actually talk to people? Online community for peer-to-peer connections, let's say.
Yeah. The foundation has a toll-free helpline that's staffed by expert clinicians. That is 800-4PD-INFO. 800-4PD-INFO.
And that's manned how many hours a day?
During business hours, coast to coast in the United States. So from 9 a.m. on the East Coast until 5 p.m. on the West Coast.
That's quite a bit of time. And this is all these are all. I've looked this up and I've seen that you're a nonprofit. Am I correct?
That's correct. So everything we do is free to our community, and we pride ourselves on putting out resources that are most helpful and evidence-based for people living with Parkinson's disease.
Now, you started this foundation in 2019. Did I read that right? Make sure I'm on the right page here.
Well, so actually the Parkinson's Foundation in its current form started in 2015, but it resulted from a merger of 2 organizations, one based in Miami and one based in New York, that have been around since 1957. So we're actually the first National Parkinson's Foundation in the country.
So in other words, you came into the 21st century, as they say, quote unquote, back then, or earlier than then, I should say. Right. So it is.
Right.
How many millions has this disease? I know it's in the millions, unfortunately. Correct?
Yeah, well, so the latest study that we have shows that 1 million Americans are now living with Parkinson's.
Okay.
That number is likely to increase as our population ages. Again, Parkinson's is closely correlated with age, older age. Mm-hmm. And then about 60,000 individuals are diagnosed each year. People can live with Parkinson's for many, many years. So it's so important for people to get on a good course of treatment and care early on so they can live as long as possible with the best quality of life possible.
And you have digital resources that includes podcasts, webinars.
Sure. Yep, we have. If you go to parkinson.org, you will find just a wealth of information, both digital, through social media channels, and we also publish books that if you would prefer to have things in written form, you can just call our 800 number for PD Info, and we will send out materials that you seek if you would like to have it in print form.
Right. Now, I'm gonna hit this, and if I talk out of turn, please correct me, because I am definitely nowhere near efficient as you are on any of this. But when I think of Parkinson's, I think of famous people, and the first one that comes to my mind is Michael J. Fox, that has brought it more towards the forefront of the community of the United States per se. That helps your cause.
Yeah, so Michael J. Fox, he's in that group of early onset, like Liz, young onset Parkinson's. He was diagnosed in his 20s, and Michael J. Fox brought most people knew about Muhammad Ali and his Parkinson's, but Michael J. Fox brought Parkinson's to a new generation, and he's been terrific for the community. He's done so much to raise awareness and to help raise funds that are going into research so that people can live better with the disease. But other people like Alan Alda and Jesse Jackson have Parkinson's disease as well. And once you start to realize just how many people live with this disease, you'll start to notice, familiar names among celebrities who are living with Parkinson's.
Well, this has been an enlightening interview, and I thank you, John. Thank you, Liz, for coming on with us here at WOCA. And again, the website is parkinsons.org.
Yeah,
not hard. So we appreciate you. Thank you again, and please keep up the good work. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
We'll be back right after this.